What's up, everybody? Just testing something out here. 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 Test. Well, this is Robin Deschamps here. I didn't think I was going to do a live, but I decided to do a live because a couple of things have happened. I am drinking the end of my pumpkin spice latte. It's great tasting. I'll get to the Red Lobster last, but let's start off with TGI. They are closing 50 stores. 50 stores probably have already been closed as of the day that I got the news on my cell phone, of course. 50 stores closing. TGIF. I cannot believe it. Slow sales, they say. Now, I don't go to TGIF a lot, but I do have to admit the food is good. And usually when I do go at a certain time, sometimes it's crowded, sometimes it's not. I did have to renew my what's that app with another with my phone number again, but I still get the information about TGIF. But lately, I mean, like right now, I haven't been getting anything, not nothing from TGIF about any kind of discount food or whatever. But they slated that slump sales, and that's hard to believe. But then again, if they're gonna close 50 stores, something is happening there that I don't even know about. You probably don't even know about. But that is a shame. You know, TGIF and BJ's. There's this wing store that was a part of KFC at one time, I think. This is at Wings. All these franchises are just going by the wayside. You know, my favorite places have gone, but when you talk about places like Applebee's, places like that, I thought they was going to be one of the ones that was going to go pretty soon, but they're still around. I remember them going through some changes. There's another one I can't think of right now. But there's Chili's. Chili's is one that has been going through a lot of changes because I thought they was going to be demised when I was in Las Vegas some years back. This was before the pandemic. They was going through changes then. I was a membership of that, and I had to redo my phone number with them also. But even though they are pretty good places, bar style, they have TVs, stuff like that, and you can get your food to go. A lot of times I don't go to those places, but I go to those places when I need to go to those places. Like I said, the food is good, the drinks are good, the ambiance is good, the service is usually good. There's nothing bad about TGIF or any of those places. So I am kind of sad that that one's going. But then again, Red Lobster is going to be saved. Red Lobster is going to be saved. So we thank the new CEO, 35 years old, Damola, I can't pronounce his last name, 35 years old young man of color. That's all I got to say. Man of color, young man. They seem to like what he has on his resume because evidently he was the first man of color to be hired by P.F. Chang. Now, I went to P.F. Chang many years ago, a couple of times. I thought they was like a high-end Asian place. The food was good. The portions I wasn't too sure about. But P.F. Chang was an all right place. But they were going through problems also. And this guy has seemed to did a good job for them and bringing them out of whatever problems that they had. So P.F. Chang has been everywhere that I can think about. I mean, I see them everywhere. They still are everywhere as far as I am concerned. But I didn't know they was going through those kind of problems. But this young man, 35 years old, was with them a few years. Seemed like he brought them out of the brink of disaster. So from CEO of PF Chang to now CEO to Red Lobster, one of the things that he's going to do is he's going to end the $20 shrimp, unlimited shrimp. I didn't know it was still a thing. I thought they were just talking about it. But it started, I believe, in the 90s. But the problem is, and they retold it in a more logical fashion when I read about it, is that they were selling more shrimp than it were the other dishes. So I think that's why they was really losing a lot of money. So the $20 shrimp, they were losing millions, 25 million, 50 million, whatever it is. I don't think it matters. But he is going to also limit the menu. And there's some other things that he planned to do because he really has a passion to save this franchise. He really does. That's the way the article reads. So if he has that much passion to even say that this company is an American franchise that's been around for over 55 years, it should be still around. I wish that could have happened to my favorite restaurant, Claim Jumper. They're gone. Now I still go to Black Angus. I remember Black Angus's were everywhere. They're all closed down practically. But they are in very strategic places and they're still going strong. And I still do eat at Black Angus. I haven't been eating there in a while. I've been eating at other restaurants, Mexican restaurants. Now we know about Mexican restaurants over the years. Some are historically still around, but there's some others that have come and gone. As you remember the red onion, that one's gone. That was a very popular restaurant back in the, I believe, the 70s and 80s. Then all of a sudden they all went. There was a couple of other restaurants I can't think of right now because I would really have to look way back. But I am glad to see that for some people this might be a blessing in disguise. I'm going to hope that he can save Red Lobster. I don't know how long Red Lobster is going to be around. Will it be around for another 5 years, 10 years? Can this guy actually save Red Lobster? Because this is going to be a really big deal if this guy can turn things all around. It's very hard to turn things around. The same way with TGIF, they're in discussions right now with their people on how in the world are they going to save this restaurant, because they did file Chapter 11. So they have a lot of things to talk about. Red Lobsters is making a bold move by hiring a young guy. And just think of this. The guy is not older than Red Lobster. That should tell you something. If you get some young people who are very good at what they do, you hire the right person, anything can happen. So I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I hope that he can prove that he can save this American institution. Because believe me, there aren't many bunch of American institutional American restaurants. What is American food? What is it? Especially American style seafood, because this is a seafood restaurant. Now, of course, we know that a lot of steakhouses, some are still around that I didn't even know, that I don't even go to anymore, but they're still around. There are a couple of other restaurants that I haven't been to. I've been to a couple of other really expensive restaurants. Been to the Yard House once. I still don't know too much about them. Need to look into them too. But what can we do? What can we do? Wait and watch to see what's going to happen. Because I'm gonna tell you the truth right off the bat. I am not a Red Lobster fan, but I don't mean that in a bad way. It means that I just never did go to Red Lobster much. Back in the past, that was a place to go. That was really the place to go back in the past. The food was adequately good. I had no problems with it. It was crowded a lot of time. But that was a restaurant that just because of shrimp, just because of bad management, that it went down. Because even though I didn't go there much, I went there now in the past 3 months. I think I went there 3 times already because I am concerned. It doesn't have to be my favorite restaurant not to go there. I have no problem with the food because basically I'm a seafood person. I don't eat steaks. I don't eat prime rib. I don't eat none of that stuff. It's not because someone else told me, or well, someone else told me when I was younger, but you have to eat it yourself and decide what you want to eat when you grow up. So just like I said, I still eat chickens, turkeys. I eat some bacon bits, pork bacon bits. I've had hog maws and chitlins and all those kind of things on New Year's Day. I don't eat those things anymore. I probably could eat some now on New Year's, clean them up real good. However, we are talking about an American institution, you can say. Anything born in America is institutional if it's been around for a very, very long time. And I think all these restaurants, no matter where they're born, but if they spread around, now I don't know if they can save the ones that are already closed probably will never come back, even as you see the sign still up as in Monrovia. But I did take a video of that when I was doing a vlog of Burgerim. You still see the shell of the building. The parking lot is still there. Every now and then I see a bus, a tourist bus parked in the parking lot all kinds of ways because the restaurant closed. I guess they can go ahead and use it. I don't know if they're leasing it or not. But I like a good restaurant. And it is sad that when you've been going to restaurants, nice restaurants, because Red Lobster is still a nice place, I am glad to see that they're actually trying to do something about it. It's like bringing in a new coach on a football team. And hopefully, of course, the life expectancy of a coach on a football team is not many years. Some is 10, 5 years, 3 years max. But hopefully this will be more realistic. It'll be around for at least another 20 years. I think that could be realistically done. A restaurant could be around another 20 years. What about 100 years? The Derby's been around for 100 years. All the other derbies in the Los Angeles area are gone. There used to be a derby on Wilshire Boulevard between Western Avenue and Normandy. I went there when I was a young person. Maybe once. There was a derby on Vine between Hollywood Boulevard and Sunset Boulevard. I think I went to that once. That one's been gone many years ago. Been gone. But I think there is a derby. Redlands. I think I went to that town 1 year ago and I saw a derby there. Now it's probably privately owned. It's privately owned, probably. I should go in there to find out if it's still there. If the proprietor is a single owner, because I don't think it's a big franchise anymore. But the Derby in Arcadia is still alive and strong. I went there a couple of times. It's always busy. But then again, we can't tell how good of a restaurant is just because it's busy when there's mismanagement. So we need to save a lot of these places. We do. By going to them. Look, my favorite word is comparable. I need to find some other word. But these restaurants are comparable than any other restaurant. The Red Lobster is what you call semi-high end. That's what I would call it. because it caters to all people. And just like I said, when there are holidays like Easter, Mother's Day, maybe Father's Day too, that place, the Red Lobsters, standing room only, outside. I've been there, like I said before, I've waited for hours, especially the one that is up near the Torrance area, Hawthorne, up in that area. Because that's the one I used to go to when I lived in L.A., not San Gabriel, but L.A. proper. That was the one to go to because that's the only one we knew about. And everyone who lived in L.A. went to that Red Lobster. There was a very good Mexican restaurant that was right across the way there. That's no longer there anymore either. And that was a very good Mexican restaurant. Because one time we did go there when Red Lobster was so crowded, we went over to that place. Now they had some other restaurants. There was a mall right there. I forget the name of the mall. It could be Torrance. I don't know. I forget. I ain't been in that area in so long. But we need to see American franchise restaurants because there's really no such thing as American food. It's just a concept. But then a concept is the truth. It probably is American food because that's what I've been raised to say. Maybe it is American food because I haven't seen no dishes on it that said to the contrary. Because usually when you say American food, now someone prove me wrong. I'll be gladly to listen to any comment. Tell me what is American food. Because American food is steaks, seafood, all that stuff round about from the early century when the United States, England, and all that kind of stuff. The type of food that they were serving. And we adopted and we call it American food because it's the way we prepared the food from New England up. Of course, we add other types of cultural dishes, which is good. The new American way, the way that I like it. I like mixed food. I like to see sprinkles of other cultures in American food. But the real American food name has changed. And we know what we're talking about. A lot of these places sell wraps. Wraps is a hybrid to me, as far as I'm concerned. It's a hybrid of many culture. And everyone sells wraps. All the fast food joints sells wraps. All of them sell burritos now. Everyone sells burritos. Everyone sells wraps. And everyone sells salads. At least almost. So I really don't have a problem about it. I'm just being more sarcastic about the name American food. I like all food. Doesn't matter. As long as it's good, it's palatable, tasty, and it's good for you. Some of it bad for you. If you got the urge to eat those kinds of foods, it's great. Really great. Since I've been doing these blogs, even though I'm a travel channel, don't let this mislead you that I'm not a travel channel because I really am. But I'm homespun, baby. And when I say homespun, I mean I am a working person. If I could take a cruise 3 times a year, I would. I'm only able to take a cruise once a year. if I can. But I do travel at least quite a few places, driving around, and I do try the foods. I have been trying some restaurants on a fly because sometimes that's the only time I do get to eat in fancy restaurants is when I'm on the fly from here to there, drive from here to there, trying out all the cuisines that I can, hybrid cuisines. You know, most restaurants, I said most new restaurants are Asian fusion. Fusion means they're mixed with different types of modern ways of cooking Asian food. Whether it's Chinese, Japanese, it don't matter. Whether it's sushi or what I'd say, I eat kung pao chicken, orange chicken, tom kha. I think that's a soup. I think that's how you say it. I eat all those foods. I eat them because I enjoy them. So I wish I could stay on here longer, just keep on talking about food and everything. I'm not sure about this stream too, but maybe I should be on stream, y'all. They're talking about upgrading it. I don't know. And let's talk about Starbucks just for a minute. Starbucks have hired people to take care of Schultz. I think that's the main owner of Starbucks. He's been around quite a long time. So now they have another person who's temporarily doing, and now the newer person, not going to get into the names of that, because they want to turn Starbucks around to be, I'll be honest with you, they want to be not just any coffee house that give discounts, but they want to be a legitimate place where you go to. And then maybe they don't have to raise those prices the way they are. But I don't see any big discounts that I normally would get from them. Just my latte, they said you buy four. Sometimes I don't fulfill the contract, but if I buy four in a row, I get 25 points. But they're going to do something about their menu too. So I don't know how they figure out that the discounts they give is too many, and that's hurting the Starbucks business. We know that they don't have as many people, many baristas and people in the background preparing Starbucks the way I normally see it. A lot of those Starbucks has been moving around, and some of them are just right across the parking lot from one another. You can have a Starbucks that's not a drive-through. You go across the parking lot, and there's a Starbucks in Albertson. You know what I'm saying? So that's two Starbucks. All you got to do is just walk right down the street. But none of them is drive-through. One's in a market, and one is in a stand by itself in a nice building, but no drive-through. In fact, I go to a few that is not drive-through. But this evening, This is my Friday on a Monday. That means tomorrow and Wednesday I'm free. Tomorrow I gotta do errands, and then from there I'm gonna see what I can do for the rest of the day for my vlog. I still might do an errand vlog with Starbucks or somebody else. So no matter who we talk about, can they turn things around? Will this young guy, 35-year-old, Damola, I'm not going to try to say his last name, can he save Red Lobster? I really want to know, can he? Do you believe he can save Red Lobster? Because who really cares about endless shrimp? I really didn't care about endless shrimp. Just like I said a long time ago, just a long time ago, I thought I was going to get endless shrimp back then and said, no, this is not endless shrimp. I thought I went on the wrong day. I'm going to tell you, this was a long time ago. And I'm going to tell you how long ago. Probably the 90s. Okay. It could have been the early 2000s, but I'm sure it probably was in the 90s. But whenever I go to a place, I don't care about stuff like that. I get what I like. And one of my favorite fish is mahi mahi. And mahi mahi is not a dolphin, it's a dolphin fish. That's one of my favorite. I like orange roughy. I like catfish. I eat salmon a lot, but that's not my favorite fish. In fact, I go to many restaurants with salmon. You do too, probably. And that's the only thing they got. I will eat trout. I'm basically a fish eater. I know I'm going off on a tangent, but it's all about the same thing. It's all about stores closing, bankruptcy, reorganization, financial stability, mismanagement, stock market, because some of these are influenced by, they want to make sure that their investors are happy. And that could influence whether a franchise will make or break. Let's be real. Sometimes it had nothing to do with me or you going to that particular restaurant. If they are public, on the ticker, in the stock market. Well, anyway, this is Robin A. Sham. I'm going to end this video right here. From the few people who checked me out, thank you for coming on board. I'm just being myself. I don't know no more than anybody else. I'm trying to appeal to whoever would listen. Working man, working woman, working child, growing up. It's hard to find jobs out there. All these franchises, all these restaurants, opening, closing, being shut down by the pandemic. Never seen nothing like that in our entire lives. Telling us where we can't go to eat. Telling us where we can't go to drive. If you drive in one state, you might get stopped and you got to spend the night there. If you work for a particular company, like the Black Code, you have to have a letter saying that you can go from A to B because you're needed at B. And when you're done with B, you can go back to A, which is your home. Sound like black codes to me. And yes, that is kind of a tangent thing, but that is the truth that we've all been through it. The pandemic was just 4 years ago, 2020. Actually, not quite 4 years ago. Well, 2020 is 4 years, but it embedded in 2021, 2022. This is post pandemic, and some of them are just now feeling the heat of it. It's always the post part. But can some of us come back? Can some of us come back and be saved? Can Red Lobster be saved? I think it could be. Regardless of what type of service you get, maybe a lot of those serve just like the other week I went there and the service was kind of bad. The person forgot who I was. Maybe it's a strain because they don't know if they're going to be around either. And just like I said before, driving by the Monrovia, right on the border of Arcadia and Monrovia, hearing about the news of Red Lobster closing. Then I went by it. It looked like it was closing. I drove by it a couple of times like it was closing. Then all of a sudden I see a banner on top said, "We are open." So it looked like it was closed for, or should I say blackout. It was blackout. No one in the parking lot. I thought it was closed for good. It was closed for probably a week or a couple of days. Then it was open. Then after 2 or 3 months, boom, it's gone. They told us it was going to close. Now, whether that one opened back up or not, we don't know. I don't think it will. But if it does, believe me, you're going to hear from me. But more than likely, they're going to save the other ones. I don't know if this is going to bring about more franchises, or are most of these franchises, are most of these, what up, Al Sharpton? But you know what? I'm just now looking at my TV. I got the TV on, and it's not showing on my StreamYard here. Oh, I see one comment. I, I didn't click on it. Okay, Wes Cooper. Sorry about that. 8:57. Okay. Well, well, well. Anyway, uh, Al Sharpton. Okay, all right. Hey, you know what? I ain't no hater, because anyone who can talk pretty good is all right with me. You know, I wish I could. Hey, every now and then I probably could fake it. Okay, fake it until you make it. You know. But anyway, this is Robin Deschamps. I'm gonna call it a night. I'm glad I was able to get this off my chest. I'm not gonna tell anyone to like, subscribe, or any of those things, but to hear it from my mouth, right? I'm doing great. I'm doing fine, and I'm gonna keep on keeping on. Maybe I should do more live streams, regardless of where I'm at, because I be thinking about doing live streams almost all the time. Because if I did live streams, it would be probably, I don't know, at least one live stream a day, including with my Memorex live streams, where I just do a video and then download it. or uploaded or whatever word they want to call it. But this is Robin Deschamps. I'll see you in my next video. It's been fun to get this off my chest. I am so happy that we're going to see proof of a savior. And I'm not talking about the spiritual savior, okay? So let's get that straight right now. I believe, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about an American institution that's been around for a very long time. Red Lobster. We need to see other restaurants like Red Lobster because that's really the only seafood place that I know that had a lot of franchises. Talk to you later, folks. Have a great evening or morning, wherever you are. I keep turning my head this way. Peace out.